Welcome back to the Real Family Podcast. I'm Carrie.
I'm Christie.
I'm Cobie.
And today we are going to go over the movie On Golden Pond. This is my pick. I remember watching this movie as a child. Again, another family favorite of mine. IMDb has rated it 7.6 out of 10, Rotten Tomatoes 91%, and Letterboxd 3.7 out of 5.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. This movie is rated PG. It was directed by Mark Rydell. It was released December 4th, 1981. I personally would have been turning 5 years old in 4 days.
My mom was born that year.
So
I was but a twinkle in the stars.
Not even.
Yeah, not even. The film grossed $119.3 million domestically, becoming the second highest grossing film of 1981 in North America, coming in second to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree. I think this is a great movie.
It's
I love it.
It's a great.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is better, though.
I think this is a good family movie, though, and definitely is a very appealing film for people in the 80s.
Yes.
Definitely.
Absolutely. It received 10 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. It won 3 awards: Best Actor, Henry Fonda; Best Actress, Katherine Hepburn; and Best Adapted Screenplay. Personally, I have never seen another movie with Henry Fonda in it. I don't know if I've seen one with Katherine Hepburn either. I was trying to remember, because I kind of wanted to go and find a movie with Henry Fonda in it and watch it, but I just didn't.
I think he's in some classics, too, that you know what? We probably have some on Cobie's list that you and I just have not watched.
It's probably true.
That we will get to at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. I don't know that I have either.
Henry Fonda won Best Actor Award at the age of 76. Henry became the oldest winner in the Best Actor category in Academy history. However, his record was broken in 2021 by Anthony Hopkins.
You guys haven't seen 12 Angry Men?
No.
Okay.
I know. You want to know what it is? It's one of those movies that I always think, you know what, I should watch that movie, and I never do.
I think about that too, like The Graduate. I've never seen
I've seen The Graduate.
The Graduate.
I've never seen The Graduate.
I've seen The Graduate. Have you never seen The Graduate?
No, I have.
Or
okay.
like The Big Chill. That was one of our trivia questions from that night. And I'm like, I've never seen The Big. I remember it. That might have been Mom and Dad movie or something. I don't know if we had it or not.
We did not have it, because I only watched it once, and it's been like in the last 10 years. But again, it was one of those ones where I was like, I should probably watch that. So I did. And I was like, okay, check that off my list.
I need to try to do that more as well.
Yeah.
That's why I have a Letterboxd. On my Letterboxd watch list, I just put stuff on there. I'm like, what should I watch today?
So I started with the Letterboxd thing, but I downloaded it and I never went back to it. But
that's okay.
See, but I fall into the trap of, I should watch this, but no, I'm going to watch this one that I've seen 100 times instead, because that's better.
It's really hard to get yourself out of it and push yourself to actually watch the
Yes, because
new
do
stuff.
I want to watch something, or do I just want something to play in the background while I'm on my phone? I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. So Henry Fonda won the Best Actor award at the age of 76. Henry became the oldest winner in the Best Actor category in Academy history. However, his record was broken in 2021 by Anthony Hopkins, who won at the age of 83. Henry was married 5 times, and he died in August of 1982.
What movie did Anthony Hopkins win?
In 2021?
Now you're making me look it up.
No, Cobie's on it.
I got it.
She's looking.
It was for The Father? Is that the one? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, it was The Father.
I don't even know what movie that is.
What is that?
I don't know. He also won Best Actor
Yeah,
for Silence
the
of the
father.
Lambs.
I mean, Silence of the Lambs makes
Yeah,
obviously, yeah, but that
Yeah,
we
but
knew
he
that
wasn't
20
he wasn't at that age
At that
mark.
age.
and it wasn't 2021.
And yeah, so yeah, it says the father. Yeah, so I've never even heard of the movie.
Same.
Good for him.
Again,
Okay.
one of them artsy fartsy ones. Okay, so Katherine Hepburn won the Best Actress award. Hepburn, who was 74 at the time of filming, performed all her own stunts, including diving into the pond. Henry,
She was a badass, though.
she was
She was a
bad-
known badass.
Yeah, I loved her. Henry Fonda and Katherine Hepburn not only had never worked together, but they have never met before working on this film.
That's surprising. They were pretty big at the time.
Yes.
I was
And
shocked by
for-
that too. I was like, they've never met, like Hollywood never met. You would think
Oscar, any other kind of meet and
Party.
greet, party,
Nope.
friends,
Yeah.
mutuals.
So on the first day of shooting, Hepburn presented Henry with her longtime companion Spencer Tracy's lucky hat, which Fonda wore in the film.
Oh, that's kind of
Overwhelmed
cute.
with the gesture, Fonda painted a still life watercolor of the 3 hats he wore in the film and gave the original to Hepburn as a gift.
That is so cute.
Isn't that the sweetest?
They're
Gosh,
not.
creative people.
I
He
know.
had 200 lithographs made of the painting and sent one to every person who worked on the film. Each copy was numbered and personally signed by Fonda, thanking each person by name. In her autobiography, Hepburn wrote that she gave the painting to screenwriter Ernest Thompson. After Fonda's death, she found the painting to be a sad reminder of him and Tracy.
Oh, but they became such good friends, and he seemed like such a nice person.
It was such a good, yeah.
Oh, now I'm actually gonna cry. I didn't really cry at this movie.
Jane Fonda, who is Henry Fonda's daughter, was 43, 44 years old during the filming of this movie.
She looked good.
She did not look in her 40s.
If I had to guess, I would have said like 33. Like
I was gonna say like early 30s.
Yeah, she looked really good. So tan too. She purchased the rights to the play specifically for her father, Henry Fonda, to play Norman. The father-daughter rift depicted on screen closely paralleled their real-life relationship between the two of them.
Oh well, that hurts. That made it worse.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Anthony Michael Hall auditioned for the role of Billy Ray Jr., which eventually went to Doug McKeon.
He would have been good.
He would have been
Wouldn't that
so
have been fun?
good.
That would, yeah. Billy Ray Jr.
Sidebar: I have figured out that young Tyler looks exactly like Anthony Michael Hall in Breakfast Club.
Oh, there you go.
It's so weird.
There's the attraction right there.
So this movie was filmed at both Big Squam and Little Squam Lake in New Hampshire. While filming the scene in which Fonda and Hepburn are watching the loons on the lake, the speedboat that sped by distributed them so forcefully it overturned their canoe in one take, and Fonda was immediately taken out of the water and wrapped up in blankets as his health was fragile by then. Leftover footage of Fonda and Hepburn driving through New Hampshire countryside, as seen in the opening credits, was later used for the opening of the CBS television sitcom
Newhart. I knew it before you said it. Oh, I love Newhart. Oh,
I never heard of it.
Oh God, Newhart's so good.
So, what I remembered before I watched this movie, again, I couldn't tell. The last time I seen it, I have
Same.
no idea.
Before we watched it for this, decades.
Yeah,
Decades.
I have no idea. I remember it took place on a lake. I remembered Jane Fonda's character's name was Chelsea, and their backstory between the father and daughter. I remembered the name Norman, but not Ethel. I forgot her name was Ethel. I remembered the fishing adventures. I thought he died in it, though.
No.
Which he doesn't, but for some
Spoiler
reason,
alert.
Yeah, for some reason I thought he died.
I remembered them crashing the boat and being out on the lake. Did you remember that?
I remember that.
Okay.
I remembered. Well, it was another one. I would say it was another one of Mom's favorites.
Yes.
She liked that. I would say, yeah.
Because I did tell you, I think it's been a while since we've been together, but I know Mom had thoughts about this movie, and I told you I would tell you what those thoughts were. Do you remember me telling you this?
I kind of do.
I remember it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
She did like this movie, but she always thought it was rather morbid that he was always talking about dying in this movie and then did die shortly after the movie came out.
That would make sense. It is a very dark film. It's got
is.
like such pretty scenes, and then it's like, oh, I'm scared of dying and all this stuff, and you're just like, whoa,
Well-
what the hell?
Yeah, I think it just was upsetting to her that it was like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, and then he died.
I can see that. Us as kids, I just thought he was a crazy old man, calling everybody a son of a bitch and whatever.
No,
you
it's
know?
very sinister. Like,
Well,
he's very
watching
cynical.
it now, when he got lost in the woods and everything, it's just like
Did you not remember that part?
I didn't.
I did, yeah.
I didn't remember that
No,
part.
I knew that
That part was the part that almost made me cry.
It's upsetting.
And I was like, oh, this is really sad to what am I watching? Am I gonna cry?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah. Now, observations while watching the film. In the beginning, when you saw the sunset over the pond, it finally clicked in my 49-year-old brain on Golden Pond. Again, as a kid, I'm just watching a movie. I'm not seeing, the sunset over
Okay.
the pond and clicking with on Golden Pond.
Okay, first of all, that's not a pond. Those are lakes.
Well-
Okay, I have that in my notes
Okay,
too.
yeah.
Those are
Let's stop calling this a pond.
yeah, it's not a pond. A pond is way smaller than that.
Yes.
These people live in a not live in a cabin. They have a summer cabin on a lake.
Okay.
A lot of rich people problems in this film.
Well, but I mean, it did make me want to go get a cabin on a lake.
Okay, can you do that in 2026?
I mean, maybe I can.
Maybe you could.
Maybe I can't.
I don't know.
Okay, no.
I can't.
Do I want? Can I? That's not the question. Do I really want to? No, I probably really don't want to. I
No.
get out to the cabin, and I would be in there going, "How big's the TV in this cabin? What is on TV right now?" I don't want to be out on the water, and that's not who I am as
No.
a person. But this movie made me want to be that
Oh,
person.
yeah. As a kid?
Yes.
As a kid?
Yes,
Absolutely.
thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like as a kid, that is a very like fantasy like thing where you're like, oh, I would love to like have these types of adventures, and then it's like reality hits.
That
you're
would
like,
be a different vacation that we've ever taken in
No.
our life.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, no.
And I don't know how we would have reacted if Mom and Dad would have taken us to a cabin on a
I
lake.
don't think they would have. And they obviously wouldn't have. They didn't.
They didn't, but I mean,
I think we would have gotten out to that lake and stood there and stared at each other and been like, now what?
now what do we do?
probably.
Someone help us because we don't know
You
what to
guys
do out
didn't
here.
do like a fun camping trip where you guys
Oh my God, no.
Oh my God, that was like my mom would take us and we would go and we'd stay in like tents and go camping in random places or go stay in a cabin for like a weekend or something.
I'm horrified by this.
The first
No.
time I've
It's
ever
so
went
fun.
camping in my life, wow, man, like really camping was probably 2015.
Never
I-
in my life.
I think I was the first time I went camping, I think I was like 12 or 13 and we went to some like state park up in Iowa, like the north part of Iowa, closer to like Minnesota. And then it started thunderstorming while we were out there and we're like, we can't do anything. Well, we were staying by a river and the river started to rise apparently in the middle of the night where like we were okay. We obviously didn't get affected by it, but like it was up a few feet where we're like, oh, this is a little concerning. Why are we out here in the rain and the thunderstorms?
Yeah. Now that I remember, I did go camping in the 90s for Lollapalooza and it poured down rain. And then the next night I was like, fuck this. And I rented a cabin for me and my friends because we didn't sleep that night. Before. We were like floating and we had to go to the laundromat and dry everything the next day
That's
before
crazy.
going to Lollapalooza. It was bad. Yeah. So, but my like tying garbage up in trees and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was in Arizona, like in 2015.
Yeah.
And it was like a week of camping.
I couldn't do a week of camping. I also did
It was fun.
I did backpacking in college once. It was like my first week. I met a lot of my friends in college on that backpacking trip. And it was like 14 miles. We went from one side of the north part, not north part, kind of north part of one river, and then over to the other part closest to the college. And we went camping and did all that.
I thought it was a very pretty instrumental opening with the credits, with the nature and the pond or lake.
When the piano started,
Yeah.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
And I was like, here we go. Here we go, baby. Here we go.
And I love the fact that she was driving.
Well, I think it also it emphasized his age.
Exactly.
That now she's the one who has to drive. And
love the camera shots of the loons on the lake. I feel that was pretty advanced for 1981.
It was so cute. Just
like, it's not AI, they're actual fucking loons, not something
or
generated
CGI.
Nothing generated by a computer or anything
They
like
probably
that.
have like a nature, like someone who did nature photography or nature cinematography to do that, because that was a really good shot.
I mean, and since the actors weren't in there, they could have had that person out on the lake 2 months ahead of time before. Yeah. Just doing nothing but trying to get beautiful shots
B-roll.
of animals.
Beautiful B-roll.
Oh,
that's what it's called.
Beautiful
Thank
B-roll.
you.
If it's not actual parts of the scene, it's B-roll.
Okay.
I never knew that Norman was a professor.
Oh yeah,
and I think it's because I never read what the certificate said, because he was going through the cabin and reading all the certificates and all this stuff, and which I guess his grumpiness kind of makes a little bit more sense, being a retired professor.
Being very cynical too.
Well, and I think it also, I mean, he was known for his mind.
Yeah.
And that he's kind of
loose.
That's slipping a little bit
Yeah.
is frustrating to him and angers him.
Yeah.
And it's sad too.
And then
I mean, it's his identity.
Yeah.
Did you notice there was a lot of pictures?
Yeah.
I did not, as a kid, didn't even really notice it. This time I noticed all these pictures
Same.
like around the cabin, but they never really touched on them or anything like that. So it was a very family-oriented cabin, but a dysfunctional family. Like, I want to know more about the pictures throughout the cabin, I guess.
Okay. I didn't notice the pictures as a child either, but this time I really did notice it. And what more was confusing to me is that it was just like they were taped up or tacked up. Nothing was in photos. It made it more casual.
Yeah.
Very casual. But yeah, I don't know that I would call their family dysfunctional.
You don't think you would call their family dysfunctional?
Not entirely.
Okay, not a complete, like, the father-daughter relationship part of it was...
Oh, I think everyone in this film needs to go to therapy.
Oh, I think the father-daughter relationship is strained.
Right.
But it's just because they don't know how to talk to each other.
How to communicate to each other, yeah.
I think everyone in this film needs therapy. Everyone in this film needs therapy.
Talk about Ethel. What is wrong? There's nothing wrong with Ethel.
Okay, she not like allowed it, but I guess like was okay that her daughter didn't have a good relationship with her husband, and then also smacked her daughter.
She kind of deserved that little smack a
Also,
little bit.
Chelsea and her new husband go and abandon this kid with two people.
No, that's Chelsea and her husband. We'll get into Chelsea and the husband. But Ethel...
I applaud.
I think Ethel did everything she could to help her daughter and her husband get along.
Yeah, I applaud.
But I mean, you can't force them.
Yeah, but it's also like you can't be like, oh, he's just your dad. You got to go talk to him. You got to be like, hello, like, what issues are you having with him? How can I support both of you in this kind of thing? Also, I applaud her for smacking her daughter on that because she is defending her husband.
Yeah.
I applaud that. But also, I don't think smacking your daughter is the best way to go on that kind of thing.
It's not.
That was just her reaction at that time.
It was. Yeah. And she also she came up to her and apologized for it, which I'm going to tell you, parents in the 80s, they ain't apologizing for fucking nothing.
I was going to say, I just think everyone in this film needs a good, deep therapy session with one another. It would solve a lot of the film's issues.
They need... I don't know what they need.
They need family therapy.
They need a dictionary on well, like a translator. Okay, when he's telling you these things, this is what he really is meaning.
Yeah.
They don't speak the same language
It's
to each other.
A lot of this is very passive aggressive ways of communicating instead of flat out just like talking with
And
one
you
another.
could say that throughout
And-
history and
and I think-
generation to
and I think
generation,
that
even
that
in
was-
today's world.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
mean, I don't think a lot of parents know how to talk to their children in today's world.
Oh yeah.
So okay, a lot of pictures. And then so they get to the cabin and already Ethel's like, let's get the canoe. Let's go out on the lake. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, don't you need to take a nap? They've had to have a
Give
long
me a snack.
drive.
Can I have a snack? My God.
Weren't they coming from Boston too?
I don't know exactly
Because
where
they were like,
coming
oh, it's
from.
been we're a long ways from
It's been
Boston.
a long
Or
time coming.
Yeah. But she's she's ready to go. She's
Yeah.
like, let's get the canoe out. Let's go out on the lake. So
She's a go-getter.
yeah, she
Let me
is.
tell you.
I can
we should-
appreciate her for
Yes.
that.
We should all try to be like Ethel.
just immediately she's like, the birds are out singing.
They're greedy. Yes.
I'm gonna go say hello to the lake.
She's very whimsical like
So,
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's got a lot of energy for.
Yeah, she's cleaning up the cabin. She's
She's
let's
ready
get
to
all this
go.
stuff. Let's get on the lake. And he's just like, oh, son of a bitch.
And
Here
then
we
later
are.
on, they're playing Parcheesi. Have you ever?
I've never played
never.
Parcheesi.
I've never played
I thought that's what that was Parcheesi.
Well, at first I was like, "What game is this?" And then later on they talk about
Yes,
it. So,
yes.
and then I did forget about Charlie the postman on the boat.
Oh,
As a kid, I want to say I think he was my favorite character. I don't know. I just love Charlie the postman. I can't put a pin on why. I think he was just
chill and
a friendly neighborhood, but not neighborhood mailman. I mean, he delivers the mail on a boat, for crying out loud.
pause. Going back, they had a dial phone.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They had a dial phone with an operator in the 80s. Hello? Didn't you guys have like, I feel like you guys, it was rare to have an operator.
Well, and I don't know if that
you
was
could
the
get it.
cabin, being like exclusive out on the
Yeah.
lakes and ponds.
But I mean, you could get an operator. All you had to do was hit 0 to get the operator.
That's crazy.
I don't think
But I don't know that they're going to be like, call me back to check my phone.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
Also, he didn't know
Call a
his phone
friend.
number, and he goes, "Yeah, just look it up in the phone book." It was hilarious. I'm like, this man doesn't know his phone number. Like,
this is hilarious that this is hilarious to you. This didn't even, this went, I was like,
This
nope,
is-
that's what he did.
That's what he did.
I was gonna
mean,
say, 'cause
phone book, yeah.
I was a 2000s kid, and I still knew like my mom's phone number. I still know dad's phone number. I memorized everyone's phone numbers to make sure that I.
But you weren't 80 years old.
He's
No.
an old man at a cabin who
No,
they don't really frequent.
Like, I remember a phone book. I can
And
state
he's
that.
not- well, but he's also like, if he runs into somebody and they're like, hey, what's your number? Let's have dinner. He's not giving his number
He
out
goes,
to
"There's a
anybody.
9 in there. Figure it out."
he's not a personable person
No,
who's trying to make connections with
No.
people and handing out his
because
phone number.
he's
to stay in
cynical and
touch.
he's like ready to die.
Yes. Yes.
Also, this was at the point where it was so quiet in the film. Where like how our apartment is set up, we had the washer and dryer going, and it is in our bathroom, which is offset to the bedroom, and that's where I was at. I was watching it, so I went to turn it up. I turned it up to like 40, and I still couldn't hear it. So I had to turn subtitles on for this movie because it was so damn quiet.
Welcome to the subtitle
It was
club. It's
crazy.
good.
So they get to the cabin, they go out on the canoe, they're getting all settled in, and Chelsea shows up with her boyfriend and her boyfriend's son, Billy and Billy Ray.
Billy Ray Cyrus. How loud can we be? Who is up there I also, while you fix that, this reminded me of very theater acting, very Katherine Hepburn's acting was very theater acting, like
And this
big
was
and
a play. Yes,
exaggerated.
it makes
Yeah.
sense because
it was a play.
And then when the speedboat is hauling ass by the canoe, that is illegal, by the way, because you're causing a big wake that can cause a
that's-
boat to flip.
That's the scene where they
Yeah.
flipped in the water and everything.
I think that also is interesting to see the juxtaposition between the like these old people who have such a calm life with their canoe and then
Yes.
the young people driving by with their speedboat.
Yes. Yeah.
No care in the world.
So Chelsea and her boyfriend show up with her boyfriend's son, and she calls him Norman and not Dad. So that's your
Yes.
first glimpse into their relationship.
Yes.
I remember that was kind of weird for me as a child. Like, why is she calling her dad Norman and not Dad? Again, I didn't know. I was a child watching this movie, but now, kind of clicks.
Charlie needs a little more time, I think. Let's give Charlie some more time. It's kind of evident that he
Has a crush on Chelsea.
had feelings
Yeah.
for
Always
Chelsea.
has, yeah.
Yes. When we see Chelsea, of course he did.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Chelsea's out of his league. There was no way
Oh, yeah.
he was getting Chelsea.
He's just the mailman who's also like fixing up boats there, lives there full time.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna leave this place for this girl type of guy.
Right. He's a lifer.
Yeah, it's like he had that crush on her in like middle school, high school, and it kind of stuck around like whenever he sees her, but he's not gonna devote his time to her.
It's like the popular girl coming back home to visit.
yeah, girl next door
Yes,
type thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then his crush.
Tis the damn season. Yeah. Yeah.
But they go and they talk about the one lesbian couple where one of them passed away, and they're like, "That's what you get for living in sin." And I was like, "What the fuck kind of movie is this?"
It was not like that. No, it wasn't like that. I don't think.
That was exactly what he said.
No, he said something about a deviant lifestyle, but I found it more joking and not at all mean-spirited or anything like that.
I feel like though it's the 80s. There's a lot of bigotry at the time.
There was, and I'm telling
And
you,
the AIDS epidemic was really bad. I don't think them going and being like, yes, this is a joke. We love the lesbians was a thing that they had on their mind.
I don't think at all that this was in a negative connotation.
Oh, I also was not in a sober mindset and
Okay.
could have
Then I think
taken it.
You need to go back and rewatch
yeah.
it because I think they were pretty cool with the lesbians because it was like she died at 97 and he said, well, there's something to be said for a deviant lifestyle, meaning you live this life, you're going to live to 97. So it was more in a gracious way. I think, yeah, rewatch that because it was not mean-spirited at all. I
Yeah.
did not think it was. And the fact that they even called them lesbians and not something worse.
Yes.
Yes.
A slur.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even acknowledged that they were two women who loved each other and not roommates
Yeah.
or sisters or something along
I do
those
agree
lines.
with that.
Was pretty progressive for the time.
That is true. Very, very true. I also think this was written though by a pissed off man who peaked in like his 30s and 40s and was
Why do you think that?
because he's just Norman is so cynical and hates life. I get it. He's getting old and I understand like the message is like appreciate what you have now before you die and don't be afraid of it because it's gonna happen to everyone. But also he just hates everyone young and like not like hates but like
I was gonna say I don't like the word hates because I don't think he hates. I don't think
it's like
I don't think
envy.
he understands.
It's like an envy. Like he envies that used to be him, and now
Yes,
he is now getting older.
Yes.
Exactly.
And it's hard for him to grapple with it. And I understand that's a hard thing to grapple, like to grasp onto that idea that you are towards the end of your life and you will be like gone. But it's also the fact that, oh, you have your life now. Why are you like so mad at other people who are doing the same thing you did when you were young?
I think that this is coming from the place of a 25-year-old who truly thinks that they might understand that, but not really living that life where you can't sleep through the night anymore because your back hurts and your hips hurt
Oh.
and your
I had I have chronic hip pain, bro.
Oh my God, girl. I love you so much. Please stop.
You have no idea.
That's right, baby.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
do.
God.
I had
Oh,
surgery on my hips,
sweetheart.
bro.
Okay, growing up, I always was like, when mom or dad or anybody was like, oh my God, just wait till you get old, and they always like moaned or whatever when they stood up because everything hurt. I always thought they were full of shit. I thought they were lying. Not lying, but I just thought they were over exaggerating.
So dramatic.
Yeah.
Very dramatic. And I'm here to tell you that shit's for real.
Well, I have now hit a point where I get tendonitis and everything pops in my body when I stand up.
I mean,
and I can't bend.
It's for real. Getting old sucks, and I think
Yes.
that's where Norman is at. He's like, I am
Yes.
old, and he's losing his memory. He's
Yes,
losing.
he's getting dementia.
Yeah, he's told when he got lost in the woods. I was like, again, as a child, I just thought this old man just got lost in the woods because he's old, But
But it's like-
as a 49-year-old watching this, I'm like, oh my God, he has
Dementia.
early onset dementia. He
Well,
is
that
a
is
confused old man.
Not so early.
Well, it's
and then the fact that he went in the woods without water. Like, he didn't
Yeah.
even have water with him. Like, I don't even know if that was a thing back then.
No.
Did people even think about packing water with him? No, they
No.
didn't.
I think what's also sad about it is that they have this cabin in these like this area. He knows the forest and he knows the woods around his house that he owns. They've been going there since she was a kid, like Chelsea's
Yeah.
a kid. So they've been there for at least 30, 40 years. So he would know it by the back of his hand. So him going and getting lost in the woods, that part I was like, that's sad. I think it's also hard though, where you're like I said, it's more like he's cynical towards other like young people because he is envious of them living their
Yes.
life and they get all of this time and he doesn't. But it's not I know towards the end it's more of an appreciation that he had that life. But in the majority of the film, he had no appreciation.
But
for,
he is angry and bitter.
Yeah.
But do you
I
see
mean, he
a
is.
change in him when he develops the relationship with Billy Ray? So
Yes,
so Chelsea and the fiance, they go away.
they gallivant through Europe and drop his kid
Okay.
off with two
Hold on.
people that he just met.
We've skipped over some stuff.
I know.
First of all, okay, so when they first come to the cabin and Chelsea's introducing the boyfriend to Norman and Ethel, some stuff happens there we got to discuss.
We have
Okay, well, I want to start with this because I know what you want to talk about, but what I want to talk about is $40 for a filling.
I have $40 for
$40 for a filling?
I have that down.
That's fucking cheap.
I know,
Give me
right?
all the fillings
Yes.
for $40.
Do you take insurance?
They have no discussion about insurance. Just flat $40 will get you a filling. My God,
I
it's,
know. I have that down in my notes
and
too.
Norman was appalled by $40.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, God,
no.
I had to get that off my chest.
2026 inflation. No. One quote that I wrote down was it was Norman and Billy talking about like the relationships of the past, and Billy was like, "Oh, like what was her name or something like that? What was her last name?" And he goes, "I don't know." And then they just continue on the conversation, and it was so funny that I was crying laughing. I was like, "This is the best part, the best quote I've ever seen."
Yeah, where they asked what her maiden name was, and he's like,
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Well,
It does not matter to him.
No, but it was so funny where you're like, is this him just like joking around with him? Like, oh yeah, I don't remember. Is this like a genuine I don't remember?
I had that part. Is Norman just fucking
with him?
I don't know. I mean,
don't know.
Still, there was no clear answer. Is he just screwing with
But
him?
it was so funny.
It's amazing.
It was
love
so
Raymond.
funny.
I love
Yeah.
him.
And a lot of passive aggressive avoiding the conversation that they need to discuss the whole time that Chelsea's there with Norman. Like that awkward tension.
Yes. There's always awkward tension. But I think
How many things can we drop on the floor? We need to get soundproofing like tiles.
Bill, he's a dick of a dad. This man,
Where's this kid's mom?
okay. First of all, as a child, I didn't clock that Bill was bad-mouthing the mom.
Yes.
He's bad-mouthing the mom and did not clock that originally.
Where
Clocked
he-
it this time.
Where
yeah.
he's supposed to have Billy for the whole summer. And then,
Thank you.
the mom couldn't take care of him. And then drops him off with his his girlfriend's parents who know nothing
Thank
about
you.
this kid and is like, okay, we're going to go gallivant in Europe. And they're like, well, why not take him? Oh, he won't like it. It's fucking Europe.
Yes. My notes say this poor kid was dumped off with strangers. If I was his mother, I'd be pissed. And I'm guessing this dad gets his kid for the summer and he ditched him for a month of it?
Yes.
Bullshit.
To go walk around in Europe with his new girlfriend that he marries in Brussels.
Yeah, okay, we'll get to that.
Oh my God.
Okay, sorry.
Terrible parents, both of them. I don't know why Norman and Ethel weren't like, why are you letting this kid just be dropped off at our house?
I mean, they're
I feel like-
fortunate. They're
Yes.
Bill and Chelsea are fortunate that Ethel and Norman had nothing going on when they
Yes.
were like, all right, leave your kid here.
But imagine being retired. It's like getting close to one of your last summers there.
Yes.
And this random kid who you've never met before, never even met the father before,
Yeah.
gets dropped off at your house. And you're like,
And you don't know at that time that she's going to end up marrying him.
yeah, because
I
they've
mean, they
been
could come
together
back
for
broken up for all you know.
Yeah,
And you spent your whole summer watching a kid that you'll never see
you'll
again.
never see again. It doesn't matter. It's also the fact that they just assumed he wouldn't like Europe.
Yeah.
They assumed it, and they're like, this would be better for him. He needs to like be on the lake.
No, they didn't.
Bullshit.
They wanted to be alone together.
Yeah, they wanted to go.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what
They wanted to go to Europe together.
They wanted to go skinny dipping across Europe. Let's hit the skinny dipping scene.
So, yes, why they are visiting before they take off to Europe, Billy Ray Jr. runs back up to the cabin and tells Norman that Ethel and Chelsea are down at the lake and they're skinny dipping.
Weird.
Billy was a little too excited to see naked Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, he's
For
13
his-
years
I
old.
get that, but it's also this is going to be your stepmother.
Yeah, well,
He didn't know
yes,
that at the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I could argue he didn't.
And did he
You
see
could.
Ethel naked? What's their version of skinny dipping? Hopefully they had.
I mean, skinny dipping, I think, is a general
Well,
naked.
I
Naked.
know, but
Also,
Anyway.
you're gonna be a mother go skinny dipping in a lake with your daughter? Weird. I have a great relationship with my mom. Like, I mean, you guys know that. I would never go skinny dipping with her. I don't need to see that. She doesn't need to see that.
Okay, but it was dark.
it was dark.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
say it was dark.
Okay,
and it was a
but-
night.
okay. So you're not gonna go skinny dipping with her, but if it's like she's behind this bush getting naked, you're behind that bush getting naked, and suddenly you're both in the water. You didn't see her, she didn't see you.
No. I still wouldn't do that.
No, all right.
No.
Didn't know.
I think
Didn't know. Just wondering.
I think it's just weird to go and do that with a mother, I guess.
Who would you go skinny dipping with? Boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
Friends?
My best friend, maybe.
Okay, so
not
like specific friends, not general friends.
not general. If I didn't know them like well enough for them to like see my boobs already, I'm good. My best friend Lexi, I've known her since I was 12. We had like to get dressed in like the gym for gym class, everything. Of course I've seen her boobs, she's seen mine, but I'm not going to go and like show it to random people and be like, all right, let's go skinny dipping.
I wouldn't go skinny dipping. Period.
Here's my bag.
I mean, of course I wouldn't, but I've seen your boobs. Would
Yeah.
you and I go skinny dipping together?
I mean, your sisters.
Are we in a lake or in a pool?
I'm not
Where are
getting
we?
time out. I'm not getting in a lake.
You,
I know. That's
yeah, hold
what I
on.
mean.
Time
I'm not. I don't want anything swimming up there. No.
Time out. I
so
also would
dirty.
not go
Yeah.
into a lake.
Yeah.
They're so gross.
Yeah. I don't think no. Maybe a pool, but not.
See, but then a pool, I think the water's too clear.
True that.
We've got to catch
You
22
could
here.
You could do like a nice heated pool though. It's a nice heated pool, but it's clear, or a really cold lake
Or
that's muddy.
I don't even think I would do a hot tub. That would hurt. It'd be a little.
Oh no,
warm.
I'm saying like heated. Like we're at like 82, 83 degrees. It's warm
No,
enough.
but like with the hot tub, there's the bubbles, so you wouldn't be able to see underneath.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
no.
okay.
Okay,
I do a hot tub.
I can see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, middle ground.
Middle ground
Yeah.
hot tub.
Okay, sounds good. Jesus, what are we doing?
So okay, so they leave, and Billy Ray Jr. is with Norman, and then he's the typical punk kid, doesn't want to be hanging out with these old people.
Norman's over here like, I can fix him.
Yeah.
We got this.
But I think
Do you think? I don't think Norman wanted to fix him. I don't think Norman gave a shit.
No.
I think-
Norman was like, here, read this book, and then read, and I thought it was a great. What else would they be doing without Billy Ray there? That's my question.
The same shit.
I mean, they'd be going at a lake. They'd be.
But it was like Norman had this time with this kid, and
It rejuvenated Norman a little bit.
it did.
Yes.
It did.
Yes.
But
did.
it was also like Norman is, yes, putting his like wisdom onto Billy and like, this is what I do for fun. This is what I've been doing forever. Kind of like, not like forcing it onto him, but like, here's what you could do at the lake, which is hang out with me and we can go fishing.
Well, they were looking for Walter.
yeah.
The story, looking for that fish.
The big-ass fish.
That was their mission. They were sneaking out. Ethel was telling them not to go, and they'd wait till she left, and then they sneak out
Which was
and go.
so funny.
I
to me.
mean, it was almost like mom telling you couldn't do something, and then you waited
Yeah.
till.
I'm like, you're a grown adult married to this woman and you're sneaking out away from her. Just be like, nah, I'm good.
and then she brings them sandwiches on the lake and stuff.
That was
I
so
mean,
cute.
But I think it also with the thing with Walter, they had a goal. So
Yes.
now they had something to do.
They had an adventure for that summer.
Yes. And
That
it's-
month.
That month.
Yes.
So, and it was to find Walter and to go fishing, and
Well, also they have like before they went fishing, Norman was like, "Oh yeah, what do you do for fun?" And he goes, "Cruising chicks,
Sucking face.
sucking face."
That's
I'm
right.
like, "What the absolute fuck? What does cruising chicks mean?" I know cruising around to pick up chicks and sucking on face.
Yes.
You're 13.
Yes.
well, and it was probably on a bicycle in the neighborhood.
Oh, I thought like in the mall.
that too.
Yep. Cruising on them.
Yeah,
That's so fucking weird.
yeah.
Sorry,
No.
that was an 80s slang thing that really threw me off was cruising chicks and sucking face.
Did it? Okay.
I've never heard cruising chicks before, so I put
Really?
no.
I've heard
Okay.
cruising. I mean, I've heard them both, but
I've heard
I
sucking
don't say
face.
suck. Yeah, like
I'm not gonna.
And I'm gonna say that was not. I mean, it might have been 80s slang for the movie. Never in our lives did we ever hear anybody
No.
say that to us.
I mean, I've heard sucking face, but like in a movie, like or like a
Yes.
TV show.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's not like I've heard cruising chicks before. That one
No,
was a new
it
one.
was
that
not the slang around the school. when
that
they were-
one. I also do appreciate Norman making Billy be more mindful and respectful of Ethel and the women around him.
Yes.
Instead of being like, yeah, cruise chicks suck face. Now he's over here like opening doors for her and showing her how, like, all the things that they did. Instead of telling her that
Norman's
he's sucking
not so bad.
He's not, but also they all need serious therapy.
I mean, both things can be true.
Yes, both things can be true.
Yes.
okay.
We got so sidetracked.
I know.
We're so lost in the movie now.
Cruising chicks, sucking face.
So
We've tapped on everything.
I know. I'm kind of lost right
I know.
now.
Where are we at in the story?
I
They
don't
took
know.
off. They left Billy.
They left Billy. Okay.
Cruising chicks, sucking face, and now we're at the fishing.
So Norman and Billy developed this friendship during this month where they're fishing, going on adventures. In the meantime, Billy is also developing, I think, as a kid, reading more books. Got that time in the cabin. There's no TV. You can only fish so much, and now he's reading books.
Well, and Norman's making him do all his chores, and I think that's hilarious.
Yes,
Because he goes,
yes.
"What's the point of having a dwarf if he can't do all my chores?"
Yes. So you see this friendship develop between Norman and Billy Ray, and then Chelsea comes back after the month, comes back, and now she's married. And
We didn't touch on the boating accident.
oh,
Yeah.
We got to touch on the boating
The
accident.
boating accident it's a little bit of drama in the middle.
It was the only high anxiety part of the entire film. It was.
Okay. I mean, I agree it's high anxiety. I don't know about the only for me, but okay.
Do you think the lake and like the forest part where he gets lost in the forest
I
is
don't
high
like that.
anxiety.
Yeah, it is for me. Yeah.
I didn't think it was high anxiety for me, but I knew that this is a kid who's 13 years old, half Norman size, trying to get Norman, who has a head injury,
Yeah.
onto a rock, and he's basically drowning himself to save this old man who's not going to live longer, which is really like a testament of Billy's character arc.
Yes. Agreed.
Also, it's very sad that, you know, he's like trying to like be this adult in this situation because the only adult in the situation is out of it.
Right.
So it was really sad.
But I also think Billy might feel a little responsible because
Yeah,
it was his fault.
Yes.
Well,
We've all done it. Let's be real.
who's crashed a boat here?
Okay, no, I haven't crashed a boat. I'm saying you go and you put the car in reverse and you accidentally put it in drive and then you keep going. I haven't crashed into anything, but you know you have that moment.
Yes.
You're like, oh, shit.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't fully kicked it onto reverse and just.
You didn't keep your foot down on the gas.
Yeah,
and
no.
then there's Ethel who, hunts down Charlie and
Such a good wife in this moment where she's like, he's never late. We need to go and find them.
and she goes in there and she gets on top of the boat with a spotlight and sees them, and she doesn't hesitate once and jumps in the water to get
With
them.
a bunch of rocks in it.
But then I'm like, okay, now all three need to be rescued.
Also, she just dives headfirst into this place that is prone to have rocks everywhere.
And remember, she did all of her own stunts. I'm just
So
gonna say that.
is she just like okay with diving headfirst and hoping to God she doesn't hit a rock with her head?
She didn't. She could.
I know, but a little
Well, maybe it was a little
hard or like
done without thinking it through clearly.
yeah, more like not a
Impulsive.
not a logical
Yes.
thought process there.
Yeah, not logical. It was emotional, not logical.
Yes.
Yes. And then again, shortly after they get rescued, they go out again. Again, Ethel's like, nope, you're staying home. She leaves. They sneak out.
Also, they're doing puzzles. Looked so fun at that moment. I was like, man, I need to do a puzzle.
Norman's got a big old bandage on his head, but he's heading out. They're gonna go find Walter, and then they do find Walter.
Which was the sweetest moment.
It
when-
was very sweet, and then they throw him back.
I think that's also a testament to Norman's character arc too, where he's like, yeah, I have this goal where I'm gonna catch him, like last year on Golden Pond, and I'm gonna catch Walter, in the mindset that he's gonna catch him, eat him, have this big nice dinner, but in reality he's like, wait, he has a long life to live too. I'm gonna let him go, and he's already been alive this long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I think was very sweet on
Yeah.
Walter's end.
Norman.
Norman. Walter the fish.
I mean, I think it's sweet. I think it's predictable.
Oh,
Right?
I was high. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I wasn't predicting shit in this movie.
Okay, sorry.
So Chelsea comes back and she's married to Bill and whatnot.
Okay. Pause right here.
Go.
Her parents were just like, oh, you got married. Good for you. I mean,
We just met the guy.
you didn't invite me to your wedding?
Yeah.
I'm a little hurt that you wouldn't.
You dropped his kid off to not be involved in this wedding either?
Yes. They let it roll off their backs pretty easily.
This is very much a shotgun
they
wedding.
were-
that
They
they-
did, but I feel like that has a lot to do with their relationship. Because
But not her relationship with Ethel.
not her, but
But
no.
I mean, Ethel would. I'd be like, oh, you got married and didn't want me there? That's hurtful.
Fun, thanks.
I mean, and I could see if Chelsea, like, if there was a discussion about it where Chelsea was like, it was spur of the moment. I wish you could have been there.
Yeah, no, they did. They just let it roll
It was almost
off.
like they went to Europe to get married and then do a honeymoon the rest of the
Yes.
3 weeks.
Yes.
Instead of we're just gonna gallivant. Oh,
Well, that's
why
why they
don't we
dropped the
get
kid
wed?
off.
Like why don't we go and get married? But you bring the kid with you.
Yeah.
It's not. It seems like a very
They were creating a family with the two of them. This child was separate.
yes.
He's not a part of the family.
Parents aren't involved either.
Parents are not part of that family.
Because Billy's parents are dead. He mentioned it to Norman where he was like, "Yeah, my parents are are gone. Like,
Right.
they're
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
they're not alive anymore. And it's like, so now you don't have her parents involved. You don't have your own kid involved. Billy's the issue.
Okay. Is he's a dick of a dad.
Yeah, he was also a dick of a co-parent to his
Yes.
whoever,
And
ex-wife.
as a son-in-law,
Yes.
he excluded his in-laws. Bigger dick than Alan.
Probably.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because
Because it's aimed at his child.
I think it's just because he excluded his child
Yeah, I can
from
see that.
like
A life-altering decision.
a life-altering decision. Also, I know this is the 80s and you guys, had stranger danger and stuff, but this was not like oh, I have no idea who these people are. I've never met them before, and I'm going to drop my kid off with them.
And we don't know if they ever called to check on him or anything.
No.
I mean, they're in Europe.
These people are elderly.
Yeah.
One or both of them could have dropped dead halfway through the summer, and then what are you doing?
I know Charlie mentioned, he's like, yeah, oh, a letter from Chelsea. Oh, we usually get letters like from her, like weekly. Wasn't mentioned.
No.
Sorry, burped. It wasn't mentioned ever again that she was writing a letter.
No.
Plot hole.
There's no mail in Europe. I don't know. Those letters are going to arrive after Chelsea gets back.
There's no mail system in the European Union.
No, I think there is.
I think there is.
You know what? There probably is.
There is. I can assure.
There probably is.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, probably.
Knowing the Europeans, they're a little behind.
Yeah. So, as a parent, that would be hurtful to me. And not only did you do it, then you didn't even tell me about it until.
And if Luke ever gets married, that's how it's going to happen. He's going to come home one day and be like, I got married, Mom.
and I'm braced for how much that's going to hurt me.
I think also, though, it's not even the fact that, not telling them that they're getting married or that they got married or like spur of the moment got married. It's the fact that they also dropped this kid off.
Yeah.
To have a relationship or, watch him.
Well, at least they came back for him.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that is true. Honestly, I wouldn't.
I mean, I would, yeah.
Well, Billy never shows up ever again in the film.
No.
So Billy.
The dad, yeah.
Yeah, the dad.
Yeah, because he's back somewhere. So, yeah, I guess
he had a dental emergency.
Yeah, so she's actually coming back to pick up the kid.
So he is a terrible dad. He doesn't want to go and like actually grab his kid and be involved in that. He's more worried about work.
No.
Sends the kid's new stepmom to go pick him up.
So Chelsea is married to a father who is as distant as her own father.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my God, it's Freudian shit.
Look at that.
It's very
full circle.
And then when she comes back to pick up Billy Ray Jr., she
comes back.
Her and Ethel, she tells Ethel basically that she's jealous of the relationship that her dad formed with this kid, and she can't have that same relationship with her dad.
Therapy.
Again.
Okay.
Yes. And then, Ethel slaps Chelsea across, and basically, I kind of liked what Ethel said. To sum it up, get over the past, go on with your life,
It's a very
parents aren't going to be there forever.
Yeah, it's a very selfish thing from Chelsea, and it's also the envy mirrors like Norman's like envy of all younger people of life, and then she's envious that he didn't prioritize her as a kid, and he kind of like forced all these like his hobbies onto her, and she didn't like that because she's her own individual person, but he never formed that relationship with her because she didn't have those hobbies that he had. So she's envious of this kid who, is just now come into her life for, I'm assuming maybe at least 5 years. You're telling me they're not getting divorced?
You want to hope forever.
I ain't hoping forever.
But my question was this. So Chelsea's jealous of this friendship that they've developed. What did she want to happen? Did she want Billy to have a shitty summer? Did she want him to be alone and isolated and ignored the whole time?
Did she want him to be a holy terror to her parents?
Yes. What did she want to happen?
Expect?
I don't.
Like, what do you expect out of that? You're dropping this 13-year-old
I don't
off
think
with-
she expected to feel what she was feeling when she
Yes.
went back, and that was like, holy shit, my dad formed a relationship with this kid, and I can't even have a relationship with my father.
But I think to piggyback off what Cobie said, I mean, when Norman was trying to introduce Chelsea to all that stuff, she didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Well,
'cause she's a
Billy did.
girl.
Yeah.
Billy did.
Yeah.
And so that's why they are close, is because Billy's like, all right, take me fishing. All right, I'll read this book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Billy gave back to Norman.
What he wanted from Chelsea.
So then they ended up having a relationship because it was a give and take.
Yeah.
Chelsea just wanted her dad. I don't want to say this because I don't know what Chelsea wanted, but it felt like she just wanted Norman to give and give and give and give.
I think she wanted like the support from Norman because it seemed like
Yes.
Norman didn't support her because he didn't go out and go do these like fun, like by themselves,
Right.
like, you know, activities, hobbies and stuff, but she could have,
I
But
think,
she didn't support Norman.
yeah.
yeah.
It's a
The
give and
only
take
thing-
relationship.
yeah,
I want to say
Everything
the only
is.
thing that they quote unquote bonded over was diving.
Yes.
Was him teaching her to dive.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. And then he also taught Billy to dive.
To dive. It's almost like she thought of him as like, oh yeah, he's a professor, he's a teacher. So all he's doing is trying to teach me stuff and try to like, you know, make me do all these like diving and fishing instead of, you know, oh, he's trying to guide me through life and
Yes.
try to raise me. And she never realized that, I don't think.
One of my favorite quotes, and I wrote it down, was Ethel telling Chelsea, he's not yelling at you, he's yelling at life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can see that. Like, his life is coming to an end, pretty much.
And he's angry.
He's very angry at that. And I don't know.
But maybe part of why he's so angry is because he knows he fucked up.
And
with
he
his
didn't have a-
daughter.
that
yeah.
could be too.
He didn't have a great relationship with Chelsea. And it's
Yeah.
like now they have to kind of form this, you know, relationship that's been going on for 40 years and like how to fix it in this small amount of time.
Yeah.
But then again, it's almost like Chelsea doesn't want to fix it. She wants to hold on to her anger
And
as
her
much
grudge.
as
Yes.
as much as he does.
Yeah. It's not like a, oh,
Boy,
I'm doing this
God
to be,
dang.
yeah, it's not like a, oh, I'm doing this to be mature. It's a selfish, well, you did this to me, so I'm going to do it back to you.
Yes.
And if you don't say sorry, then I'm not saying sorry.
So does she want to fix it or does she want to?
I think she wants the high, it's like this higher, like, what is the, like very vindictive, like I want to be right in this. Like,
Yes.
I want to be the person that you say sorry to.
I would like to think that at the end of the movie, the relationship that Billy Ray and Norman developed is going to make it easier for her to carry on a relationship with Norman
'Cause they'll be
herself because they
consistently.
have that connection now.
Yeah.
They have this 13-year-old kid who kind of brought the best and worst out of both of them.
Yes.
You know, yeah, I can see the relationship getting better because of that kid.
Yeah. I do think Chelsea does severely need therapy in this instance because she can't be vindictive. If she wants something to happen, she's got to actually communicate that to her father. And it's not,
Well, because at the end of the movie, I would like to think, we don't see this obviously, but it's not like Norman and Ethel are not going to keep in touch with Billy Ray. They spend a whole month with him. And then that also is their gateway into their daughter, who
Yeah.
has been distant from them as well. So
Yeah.
again, this 13-year-old kid who was dropped off for a month at these strangers' house.
Because I'm gonna tell you, a 13-year-old kid is not who you want to to be the linchpin in this whole situation. Because
I
they'll
think it
change
is,
on a,
though.
they'll change
things
on
are
a
gonna
dime.
get gonna get ugly.
Yeah.
As
Things
that
can
kid goes
change.
through puberty, it's gonna
Yes.
get worse and worse.
Yes.
That thing's going to like flip.
But
That
can
thing,
we
that
talk
kid.
about after they leave the relationship that Norman and he starts necking her. He was necking. Oh my god, it's so like the relationship is
It's so sweet because it's like that love never actually like faded. It was still there as if it was the beginning.
Even with him losing his mind and everything
she-
like that.
Loved him so much.
Oh,
Well, I think she might be the only person who truly sees who he is.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
would agree
I
with
agree
that.
with that.
Yeah.
Because when he has that heart attack, she like is just crying like this isn't time. And that was when I started crying because I was like, damn.
Okay, because here was my question. Did you think he was going to die in that? Did you think, oh my God, this whole movie and now he's going to die on the porch at the
Yeah,
end of the
because you've
summer?
never seen it.
I've never seen it. I didn't think he was going to die. I also didn't think that he was just going to get up and walk over to the lake and be fine and dandy and be like, oh,
Okay.
life is okay. I had a near-death experience. I almost died of a heart attack.
Little chest pain. Little
Well,
chest pain.
I'm
That's
like-
all it was.
I'm like, y'all are going to walk over to the lake before you guys go over to the hospital and go and make sure that everything else is fine and like there's no extra. I've seen The Pit. Anything can happen after that heart attack. You could still die after that heart attack. But I knew he wasn't going to die because I think that was his moment of realization to not be afraid of death and to kind of accept it because life has kind of been better now for him where he can like attach himself to like not like attach himself but like connect with his kid and connect with his kids' stepson and just have that relationship finally and kind of satisfy his life and make it whole again. And I think that was what it was for, was like an acceptance that, okay, it's gonna happen. I can't avoid it.
Yeah.
And again, Jane Fonda bought these rights because she wanted her dad to play this role in this movie because of their real life relationship, which makes me wonder, what was that all about? I didn't like look into it or
Yeah.
anything like that. What was their relationship like?
Probably very distant from each other,
I
considering
guess
he's
similar.
yeah, because he
I
was
mean, you
a
gotta
well-known
think
actor.
He was an actor. Yeah, exactly.
He's a
He-
well-known actor, and it's he's probably gone constantly, and she's being raised.
Yes. Well, and then Jane Fonda, I don't know how much you know about this, but in the 70s spent a lot of time in Vietnam protesting against the Vietnam War and
Oh,
got
yeah.
so much backlash here in the United States
Well,
because of it.
She still protests today.
Oh,
Yes.
She's
yeah.
a
But
big.
I mean, oh no, they like called her names, and it's a big, huge. It was at that time a big, huge thing, which I'm guessing some older people probably still have grudges against her because of it.
I could see that. Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
She's a huge activist. Like, shout out her. Like,
Yeah.
granted, she's a great actress, but also
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
she was protesting like during the BLM movements, the Palestine Gaza stuff.
She
all
was
of it.
in Minnesota for the last No Kings protest with
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen and
She
yeah.
she was over like during the Writers Guild strike. She's everywhere.
Yeah.
So shout out Jane Fonda. Love you.
And
Hope you're having a
now-
great life.
Okay, so I don't know if you know that she also had workout videos in the 80s.
I could
Oh my God.
I-
Did you not know this?
no, but I think I could see that with how her
'Cause
body.
We had it.
We had Jane Fonda workout videos.
Oh, we had Jane Fonda workout
That was
videos.
on-
I was gonna say because she was insanely fit. She looked really good. Like
But she had the Jane Fonda workout videos, man.
Good
so
call,
she was,
Carrie. I forgot all about.
Oh,
Good
we
for
had
her.
it. We had it. We did that Jane Fonda workout video.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
as you should.
So
Didn't work for me, but it worked for Jane.
But it just makes me wonder, she bought the rights to this screenplay for a reason, and
But it also could have been an opportunity to work with her father
I
at
think
the,
so,
end,
yeah.
at the end of his life.
again, exactly.
I mean, it's
exactly
perfect
It is.
for the ages that they were and the story that it told. It would have been perfect.
And then
and it was.
I don't know how long after the movie that he passed away.
82.
But
Yeah, like
yeah,
Right
very
after the
shortly
release.
very short after. Like I think when he won the Oscar, he didn't even accept. He was too ill to go accept the Oscar. So Jane accepted on his behalf.
Oh, so
Oh,
that makes me
that's
want to
sad.
cry.
Sidebar.
So, my thoughts after watching this movie, I love this movie now more today, I think, than I did as a kid.
Yes.
In fact, I'm
It's-
wondering why we even watched it as kids, because it really wasn't a kid movie besides having a 13-year-old in there. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, we did like the 13-year-old that was in it.
Yeah.
He was a cute boy at the time, but
And he was
yes.
a little punkish, which
You know, we
I
right up
like-
our
I
alley.
like-
Wow,
I
so
like those-
exciting.
I like those bad punk boys.
Oh, he's cruising around,
Yeah.
cruising
Yes.
chicks
Yeah.
and sucking face.
But
No,
again-
it was too deep for us to get.
and I think
But I think we must have liked the lake. And, oh my God, when she flipped him off, and
Oh, yeah.
we loved that. That was
Yes.
hilarious.
yeah, the lake. Again, I just thought Norman was a kooky old man, just
No.
funny, crazy old man.
I thought he was crabby.
little grumpy.
I didn't understand. I didn't get the full extent as to why he was so
exactly.
grumpy.
Well, and
exactly. And
now
now we know.
He's cynical.
Now I
and-
am Norman.
I know, right?
At first, I was like, man, I really vibe with Norman, and then I was like, no.
No.
But when he went in those woods and he lost and he couldn't find where he was going and you could just see the panic on his face.
My God, that's
That
me.
one-
Like where I'm like, is this my exit? Oh my God, is this? I don't. Where do I turn? Where do I turn?
But yeah, I think I love this movie now more today than
True.
Again, why
it's-
were we even watching it as
No
kids?
idea.
We didn't watch it a lot, but we did watch it.
I was gonna ask like how often you guys watch this because I don't
It-
think this is a movie where you could watch it.
It wasn't as-
Multiple times.
We watched it multiple times, but not as much as I would say 6-pack.
No,
It wasn't a repeat. It was.
I would say we watched it twice a year.
Okay, because
And- And was it family movie? Like when?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like if we just sat
I mean, I'm
down
sure yes, family movie, but I feel like there were other times when
and
we would
just
put it on.
watched it on. Yeah,
I was
You
gonna
gotta
say
keep in mind, like for summer, once summer hit, we were up at 8:00 and like we would watch through entire tapes for the whole day.
If we couldn't go
That's-
outside. Yeah, I mean that's
The
what we did. If it was
whole
raining
day.
or bad
Mhm.
weather, we were inside.
Yes.
I mean, I think it was very deep, very dark at many points.
But I think it was also beautiful. The
It's-
cinematography.
It's beautiful.
So
I
that
think
might have been an appeal to us
Yeah,
to watch the water and the sun,
And the
and
loons and
yeah.
all that.
I think it's also
we wouldn't go outside, but we will watch a movie about someone else who went outside.
Absolutely.
very like very like what are those like like Aesop's fables where it's like you get a morality
Yes.
like
There was a moral lesson to be
moral
learned.
lesson to it.
Well, I mean, as an adult watching it now, I mean, there were some funny moments.
There
you
were
know,
a lot of funny quotes in this.
But there are also moments where it was like, clearly this old man is losing his memory and he's not going to be around much longer.
Yeah.
And that was like,
it's very depressing to think about.
it is it kind of is a little depressing.
And
of a
that's what
movie.
Mom thought. This movie was a bummer because he talked about dying the whole time
And
and then died shortly after.
that I can
So
see then.
She thought it was kind of morbid. I mean, it didn't stop us from watching it, but
on a consistent
on a
2-year
consistent basis.
I just remember as a kid watching it, it was like, oh yeah, he died. Like he died in real life after this movie. That's all. I mean,
Yeah.
again, I don't even know how old I was when we were watching it. It came out when I was 5, but clearly we didn't watch it then. I would say like 7 or 8 for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I loved it. I mean, I gave it 4.5 stars out of 5. Like it's a good movie.
It is a good movie. I greatly enjoyed it. I wouldn't go and say I'd want to rewatch it anytime soon, but it wasn't bad. It was dark, very cynical at times, very nihilistic. Hated that.
Okay.
Some parts of it, but overall, it wasn't a bad movie. I liked Katherine Hepburn was great in this movie, and then
Yeah.
of course
She's a bad
Oh,
bitch.
she was wonderful. Absolutely.
Savage.
Yes.
I mean, if I had to, she was the one that held the family together.
yeah.
I mean, as much as it was raveling
Oh,
apart or
For as bad a father as he was, she was that good a wife and mother.
yes, absolutely.
I could agree.
Absolutely.
But I would say, I don't know. I haven't really thought of like how, like what I would give it. Stars
I'd agree. 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right with you.
Yeah.
When I told Doug, because he's like, "What are you watching?" and I'm like, "On Golden Pond," and he said, "The fishing movie."
I was gonna. I even put down.
So any of the the themes about family relationships.
One of the first
That
things,
went right over his head.
one of the first things I put down was, oh, this is a fishing movie?
Yes.
I was like, Tyler's going to love this movie. And then I finished it. I'm like, Tyler, you're not going to love this movie.
Yes, all of those themes about death and family and relationships were
Yeah.
right over Doug's head.
Yeah.
He was like, the fishing movie?
It was, yeah, I wouldn't say 4.5 stars. I'd say at least 4. I feel like I'd have to rewatch it again to actually give it a 4.5. But I mean, it is something I probably would rewatch at some point. Just
I think
not.
you should.
Yeah.
Because I think that I think you might have gotten a little prickly and defensive on the lesbian part.
Yes.
They were not knocking lesbians at all.
I see, that didn't even faze me
No.
at all. Even
No,
as
I was like, wow, what is this bigotry?
No, there was no bigotry
I
to be
didn't feel
had.
that
No.
at all.
I think they were saying, like, since she lived to be 97, there was something to be said for her, quote, deviant lifestyle.
Yeah. Maybe we should all do that.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
That's kind of what it was. My God. Yes. We should all be lesbians and live to 97. Yeah.
So, anything else about On Golden Pond before we wrap up, ladies?
No, but I loved the cinematography, and I think
Yes,
that's
it
the
was
last thing I
beautiful.
can say.
It was beautiful.
It was a good movie. I mean, we got the father-daughter relationship, which leads us to our next movie.
I was going to say, we're going to keep the theme with the complex parental-child relationships. This one's mother-daughter complex relationships. And we're going to do Postcards from the Edge.
I'm excited for this one. I've heard good things about it. I know Meryl Streep's in it.
Meryl Streep's in it.
I'm really excited.
What else do you know? Do you know anything else about it?
I don't know anything else. I just know Meryl Streep's in it. I think wasn't there like some awards won for it?
It was nominated for some more. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Don't you put down your phone. Don't
Sorry,
you
it's my friend.
Oh, okay. I thought you were Googling as I was talking to you.
No.
This is based on Carrie Fisher's first novel.
Wait,
Screenplay
so it's
by Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher and oh my god, what
Debbie
Debbie
Reynolds.
Debbie Reynolds.
So
Have you read her?
It is right along the lines of Jane Fonda, Henry Fonda.
Oh wow, we're really.
Yeah, I'm sticking with a theme here, baby.
I did not stick with the theme.
No, you're fine.
You're fine. Because it didn't hit me till after I watched Postcards and I'm doing my notes and I'm like, oh, fuck, we go from Norman and Chelsea to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go straight over to mine, which is
All right. Well,
Fun.
keep it a secret for now, because
I know I'm not saying it's fun,
Yes.
but we have to address a lot of things in
But
there.
Postcards from the Edge, I've never seen it.
I haven't either. I've heard great things about it though.
So...
I'll say this one is a little different for us in that we did not have this on DVD growing up. This was not something that we watched as children repeatedly, like these other movies that Carrie and I are doing. This was one that I came to later in life, but
So I've already watched it, did my notes and everything, and it came out in 1990, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell was I watching in 1990? And the only movie that popped in my head was Pump Up the Volume with Christian
my
Slater,
God, if we could
and that
fucking find-
really came out in 19. I'm like, oh my God, that came out. So those were the movies I was
Yes.
watching when this movie came out. I was more of the
which Pump Up the Volume was, I mean,
Pump Up the Volume
if you
was
can find
so
we're
good.
putting that on the list.
Okay.
It's so
But
good.
you can't find it streaming anywhere ever anymore. I
Really?
don't think. No, because
Oh.
I've looked. You know, I've looked.
Yeah, so
No, I'll say this one came out in 1990. I probably didn't watch it until 98, 2000.
I think this is the part
much
where-
later.
I was gonna say I think this is about the time where obviously not 1990s. Like this is the time frame of movies that I kind of grew up on was like the 90s, early 2000s movies because my mom
Yeah.
was an 80s baby. So these were the movies she went like to the theaters for to watch. So she's mentioned Postcards from the Edge. She's talked about grown up on a lot of 90s movies. Oh, we were rewatching SpongeBob last night, like the old SpongeBob, and I was like, shit, the animation's way different.
So yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do Postcards from the Edge.
I'm excited for this one.
I think as of this morning, it was streaming on Pluto, but it's been moving around a lot lately. Like,
It's because Meryl Streep's got Devil Wears Prada 2 that just came out.
Oh, yep. So
As
they're
time
trying to
of-
throw
as-
all of her stuff out as much as they can.
As time
Yeah,
of recording, I think Devil Wears Prada 2 released this weekend.
it did.
Oh, it did?
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't know when it came. I saw the trailer for it, but I didn't know when it came out.
All right. So next time we'll be back, we'll be doing that. And
Postcards from the Edge.
more of the complex familial relationships. My God.
We all trauma dump
I
on y'all.
know. We need a psychology degree after this. Actually, we probably should have somebody with some knowledge in
Like
here
a
filling in,
psychologist.
because I'm spouting bullshit that I don't know. Stuff that I learned from TikTok. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not.
I'm in
So-
therapy, so I'm using my therapy knowledge. Like, here is my toxic relationships.
All right. So we'll see everybody next time.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're going to be getting more involved with our listeners, asking random questions. We encourage you to participate so we can get to know you guys better. And don't forget, if you have any other questions, comments, or thoughts, you can email us at realfamilypodcast@gmail.com. That's real, REEL, familypodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.